Chaos, confusion, and questions about leadership. Firefighters risked their lives to help others in the Black Forest fire.
Now, El Paso County Sheriff's Office and first responders are talking about the day the fire started. There are questions about decisions the Black Forest fire chief made during the initial hours. KRDO News Channel 13's Emily Allen has been investigating those questions since July.
Her report looks into the chief's judgment calls and how they affected the spread of Colorado's most destructive wildfire.
Had we got the resources and had we jumped on it as quick as we would have liked to, we would have still lost homes. We would have still lost a lot of timber. But there is certainly a belief that we wouldn't have seen the devastation that we witnessed. And I'm not saying it's all on him or the fact he didn't delegate. I'm just saying you have to be aggressive.
Fire smoke investigation.
It was 1:43 p.m. on June 11th.
There were multiple calls that came into the dispatch center that described the plume or smoke to be in the Shoup 83 area.
There was a fire in the Black Forest. Help started pouring in.
Sheriff's Office, Show 542 responding.
Fire dispatch Black Forest 710, 745, and 762 are en route.
Sheriff Terry Makita was listening to radio communication that day. He expected a call the fire was out. It didn't come.
The fire is actually growing.
Sheriff Makita headed to Black Forest. Fire Chief Bob Harvey with the Black Forest Fire Department was initially in charge of fighting the flames. Now, as a wildfire grows, it's passed from a local fire department to the sheriff's office and then to the state. Now, as it is passed to higher command, more resources open up to fight the fire.
It's opening the conduit to get to that air support. Guard troops, the larger movement of firefighters into the area.
Makita asked Harvey if he would like to pass command to the county.
He said, no, we got this. And I said, well, what do you have? I mean, this thing looks pretty big.
Sheriff Makita took another look at the fire and asked again.
And he said, no, I think we got it. And I said, well, you have homes burning. And he said, no, we don't. No, we're all right. And I said, no, I'm telling you, you have homes burning. I just saw it with my own eyes. And I said, are you sure you're not ready to pass this on? And he said, nope, I got it.
Makita says when Harvey became chief, he told Black Forest firefighters he would never transfer a fire in his jurisdiction to the sheriff's office.
Egos should never interfere.
Scott Campbell is the El Paso County Sheriff's Office Fire Management Officer. He would later become an incident commander for the Black Forest fire.
We are just wildland fire. That's our specialty.
He was one of the first at the fire. Campbell met with Harvey.
I asked him if he wanted to transfer command to the county, and he declined that. Said that he had it. He was going to get this one, and he didn't want to pass.
Campbell kept records of his attempts to take control of the fire from Harvey.
Black Forest they're retaining command on it, so it's still their fire.
Campbell has been in charge of fighting wildfires since 1996. In almost 2 decades of fighting fires, no fire department has held on to a fire after he's asked to take command.
It was confusing.
Harvey would eventually hand over command 2 hours after the initial call came in. In Black Forest with photojournalist Peter Miller, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
You should know this is the first of a special 3-part KRDO News Channel 13 investigation that will be airing this week. We contacted Chief Harvey several times for an interview. He has refused. Emily finally confronted him. You will see that in a later report. Now tomorrow, the fire chief's actions after the El Paso County Sheriff's Office took command of the Black Forest fire and claims from firefighters. Chief Harvey told the Colorado Springs Fire Department he didn't need its help.
The first response to a wildfire is critical. Colorado Springs firefighters and the El Paso County Sheriff's Office say resources are the key.
And that was a problem at the start of the Black Forest fire. When a wildfire grows, it's passed from the local fire department to the sheriff's office to the state, and each handoff leads to more firefighting resources.
Shortly after the Black Forest fire started, El Paso County Sheriff Terry Makita wanted Black Forest Fire Chief Bob Harvey to pass command to the sheriff's office. But for the first few hours, Harvey refused. News Channel 13's Emily Allen has spent months researching questions about the fire chief's decisions.
Tonight, the second part of a special KRDO News Channel 13 investigation. The chief's judgment calls are called into question.
There's absolutely no reason to not jump on it with everything you can bring to the battle, and that is calling in every resource you can.
It took more than 2 hours after the Black Forest fire started for Black Forest Fire Chief Bob Harvey to finally turn over management of the fire to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office immediately passed command to the state.
Had we got the resources and had we jumped on it as quick as we would have liked to, we would have still lost homes. We would have still lost a lot of timber. But there is certainly a belief that we wouldn't have seen the devastation that we witnessed. And I'm not saying it's all on him or the fact he didn't delegate. I'm just saying you have to be aggressive.
Scott Campbell, the Sheriff's Office incident commander for the Black Forest fire, needed Chief Harvey's help.
Scott told him, let's meet at the incident command post down on Shoup and let's start finding out where our resources are, what we have, and start getting some organization to this.
Campbell says Harvey left the incident command post set up here at Shoup Road and Howells Road. Campbell and the fire planning team needed Harvey's help in piecing together the day's events in order to come up with an attack plan for the growing fire.
It would have made the process so much quicker and safer had we had his collaboration.
Moving forward, the fire planning team had 4 meetings during their 12-hour shift to formulate an attack plan. Harvey's absence was conspicuous.
He was not present at any of those meetings.
I saw Scott many times. I never saw Chief Harvey with him. I never saw him around the command post and didn't see him for 2 days.
I asked Harvey why he didn't pass the fire off initially to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office.
That's not true.
That's what they said. They have it on record.
Oh, they don't.
Command, we have quite a few units being dispatched to your area. We're coming in on Command 4. What can we do to assist you?
That's Colorado Springs Fire Department Battalion Chief Larry Schwartz's voice on the radio. He oversaw CSFD resources during the initial hours of the Black Forest fire.
Get to the seat of the fire and hit it hard and hit it fast, and that was our goal.
One Colorado Springs firefighter told me Harvey said he didn't need CSFD's help. Schwartz would not answer the question when asked if it was true.
Well, Emily, I think you can talk to Bob Harvey and find out about that.
One thing is clear, at the early stages of the Black Forest fire, offers of help from both the El Paso County Sheriff's Office and the Colorado Springs Fire Department were refused. In Black Forest with photojournalist Peter Miller, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
This story is part of a special investigation we will be airing this week. Tomorrow night, Colorado Springs Fire Department's incident reports offer insight into CSFD's communication problems with Chief Harvey. Also, the El Paso County Sheriff and Chief Schwartz say there are a lot of what-ifs in the wake of Colorado's most destructive wildfire.
Covering even more information tonight into the most destructive wildfire in Colorado history, the Black Forest fire. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says it wanted to call in big resources to fight it from the start, but they had to wait. The Black Forest fire chief, they say, would not quickly give up command.
Procedure required Black Forest Chief Bob Harvey to pass command of the fire to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office in order to get more resources. That took more than 2 hours. The Colorado Springs Fire Department showed up to help, but had a difficult time reaching the Black Forest fire chief.
Tonight is the third part of our investigation into Black Forest Fire Chief Bob Harvey's judgment calls during the early stages of this fire. KRDO News Channel 13's Emily Allen started her investigation 4 months ago.
On the day of the fire, we were dispatched.
Colorado Springs Fire Department Battalion Chief Larry Schwartz was there at the beginning of the Black Forest fire. He remembers the flames, the smoke, and communication problems.
Staging from CSFD.
We need to work more closely with our county partners.
In a report written by Colorado Springs firefighter Glenn Conklin, he says his firefighters tried multiple times to contact the Black Forest fire chief without success. According to the report, the Westcott fire chief was also unable to contact Black Forest Fire Chief Bob Harvey.
If we could have adjusted ourselves and somehow maybe unified earlier, we may have seen a different outcome to some level. That doesn't mean we wouldn't have lost the same amount of houses, but who knows?
Schwartz says the working relationship between CSFD and the Black Forest Fire Department wasn't the best when the big wildfire broke out in June.
Sometimes pride may get in the way of truly what the fire service is all about.
Colorado Springs Fire Chief Christopher Riley declined an interview to discuss the relationship. We asked Harvey when he would do an interview with us to discuss the way resources were used during the initial hours of the fire.
I probably won't.
There are a lot of what-ifs in the ashes of Colorado's most destructive wildfire.
Had we got the resources and had we jumped on it as quick as we would have liked to, we would have still lost homes. We would have still lost a lot of timber. But there is certainly a belief that we wouldn't have seen the devastation that we witnessed. And I'm not saying it's all on him or the fact he didn't delegate. I'm just saying you have to be aggressive.
There is room for improvement in the relationships between Black Forest and neighboring fire departments. It's obvious communication between the Black Forest Fire Department and the El Paso County Sheriff's Office needs work.
There were some leadership challenges. Whose district is it? Is it city or is it county? Very territorial, and we need to get over that. That's the pride issue. We're all on the same mission. Let's be on the same mission.
They were lessons learned for next time. The question is, will those lessons be implemented by the Black Forest Fire Department? In Black Forest with photojournalist Peter Miller, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
And this story is part of an investigative series we aired this week. You can watch all 3 pieces on KRDO.com. We will also show the entire series in full on KRDO News Channel 13, Sunday night at 10 o'clock.